But let us have a recap of what we have done yesterday so that you may not miss. Okay, so we have actually went with the three formulas. Yesterday's recap we will do first. Okay, then we will go one by one formulas, things. Okay, first formula we did was recap of points. We will do, students. Recap of points. First thing we saw was distance formula. Correct. So we saw what is distance formula. What was that? If point A is x1 and y1 and point B is x2, y2. Okay, this distance between point A, B is given as square root of the distance. When you say, we can say in terms of vector also, the same thing matters here. What we have done in the previous class, same thing happens here. x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square is the distance, right? Simple. Next, another thing we saw which was very important was section formula. Correct. Very simple ones. Okay, section formula. We said where it is used, is it not? In our thermodynamics, when we have to see the dryness fraction, this section formula becomes very important. So if I have two points, or a line connecting 2 points, A x1 y1 and B x2 y2, these are the 2 points. If we cut these by another point in the ratio m is to n, which is similar to having a dryness fraction in case of wet stream, correct? So now if it's cut in m and n, the equation of point C would be the C x and y would be equal to C x comma y, no comma, okay, xy can be written as C of, what is that, mx2 minus nx, plus nx1 divided by m plus n, correct? And the other one would be my2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n. I hope you get this, student. This was second thing we did. Okay, the third thing we did was area of a triangle. Area of a triangle. Put this in your formula sheets, because when it is needed, sometimes we don't get some of the curses what Karna had in Mahabharata. We will have it again. Okay, so don't have that curse. When it is required the most, you don't remember the questions, remember the formulas. Don't be in such situation at any point of time. If three vertices of a triangle A, x1 comma y1, no comma, we will leave comma here because we will confuse with one, x1 y1, B x2 y2 and C x3 y3 are the coordinates of a triangle, then area is equal to sigma, that is 1 comma 2 comma 3, like that we go in that order, is equal to sigma, and then there is a half here. Keep in mind there is a half into sigma of 1 2 3, or we can say sigma only, sigma of x1 into y2 minus y3, correct? So you know how to expand sigma, is it not? So I will not go further into it. Okay, I hope you are very intelligent students. So still I will repeat, because x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y4, not y4, I am sorry, we have to go to y1 minus y2. This would be my area. Very, very important. These three formulas are very, very, very important. Next thing we saw was locus. Let us continue with locus. We will do some problems here, because yesterday I wanted to do that, but locus can be line also. It can be equation of a line. What is locus? Locus is how a point moves at various points. Okay, how the point moves, the position a point takes at various points is what is locus. So let us do a problem here with locus. Very simple one. I want you to do this. Okay, so let us have a problem like this. Okay, yeah, Find the problem 1. You are doing by yourself. Okay. Problem 1. I will help you out if you can't do it. Find the equation. Find the equation to the locus of a point. Write it down. Point which moves such that its distance from the point 3, 2 is 5 units. Can you do this, students? Let us see how many of you will get the answer directly. This is the question which is simple. I don't have to do anything, is it not? You will do it by yourself, correct? Students, do this and get the answer. Tell me what is the equation of the line which moves such that the distance from a particular point 3, 2 is always equal to 5 units. And tell me its shape also later on. Yes, students. It is 3, 2. Yes, tell me. How will you do that? Its distance has to be the same. What is the locus of the line, locus of that point? The distance has to be 5 units only. How will you solve this? Anybody has solved it? I'll give you 2 minutes. Solve it. It's training, important. Okay. Find the equation of the locus of a point which moves such that its distance from a point 3, 2 is 5 units always. I want to see how good my students are. Yeah, please tell me. Basics is very important. If we lose the basics, we will lose our base. There is one very nice proverb okay, you should not lose your base. That's it. Okay, it's not very. It's okay. Leave it. Okay. So it is 5, 3, 2. How do you find it? If you lose your base, you lose everything. Don't lose your base. Yeah. Yes, students. No? Not able to solve? If you are not able to solve, you say you don't know. That's better. Have you got the way to solve this question? Who has got it? Have you got some clue? Have you got some clue, students? No response? Yes or no? Answer please. Have you got the clue how to solve this?
Trying.
You're getting it? You're trying it? Or you're clueless?
Trying.
Trying it. Okay, I'll give you time. Online doesn't go better if students don't respond. Okay, you have to tell me how it is, because I can't see you. Correct?
X2 minus 5y2 is equal to minus 7.
X2 minus
5y2 is equal to minus 7.
wrong. Where is y2? Wait a minute. Let me write what you say. Tell me again. X2
Or it can be like x minus 5y is equal to minus 7.
Wrong answer. It's a wrong answer. Okay. How did you solve this problem?
Phi is equal to like taking x as x2, y as y2, and 3 2 as x1, y1.
Fine, good.
So x2 minus x1 divided by y2 minus y1 is equal to 5.
X2 minus x1 divided by?
Y2 minus y1 is equal to 5.
How did you
Not
get
sure.
this from? Where did you get this from?
Not sure.
No, see, this is what happens. We are not understanding, we are putting some equations just like that. That is the trouble we face every time. This is a slope formula. Don't do that, okay? So what has to happen? Whatever we have done till now, on that basis only we can do it. How? You know the distance, is it not? What is the distance? It is said the distance from a point 3 2 is 5 units. Is it not? So the distance from 3 2 to xy is 5 units. What is the distance formula? Distance formula is distance is equal to square root of here x minus 3 the whole square, correct, plus y minus 2 the whole square, correct. So this is d square is equal to x minus 3 the whole square plus y minus 2 the whole square, correct. What is d? It is 5. That's it, simple. You're getting the equation here. Agreed, students? So it is x square minus 6x and then plus 9 plus y square minus 4x 4y minus plus 4. You do that, you get the equation as x square plus y square minus 6x minus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. What is this equation for? Can you tell me what is this equation for? What type of curve is this, students? What type of curve is this?
It's a circle.
It's a circle. Very good. At which point is it? What is the center of the circle? Can you tell me?
3, 2.
Exactly. Simple and straight. Got it? So that is how you solve it. Problems are actually easy. Even in GATE also the problems are easy. But you have to know the correct formula. And don't remember the formula. Understand. Okay. Let us solve another one. Let us see whether you can solve this. It is problem solving skill that matters. It's not the knowledge. It is not the amount of information you have. Whether you can apply that information to the things what you need. That is very important. Okay. Let us solve another problem. A point, problem 2. A point P forms a triangle. Point P forms a triangle of area. Forms a triangle of area 8.5 square units. Forms a triangle of 8.5 square units with A 2, 3, B minus 3, 4 as two vertices. Find the locus of P. Now what is this? A point P forms a triangle of area 8.5 square units with A is equal to 2, 3 and B is equal to minus 3, 4 as two vertices. Find the locus of P. That means I have 2 points here, A and B. One is 2, 3. Another one is minus 3, 4. That means you have to understand, you have to imagine how it is. So 2, 3 is somewhere here. Minus 3, 4. Minus 3, 4 is somewhere here. So I have this is A, this is B. You have a point P. It moves in space in such a way that the area of this triangle is always equal to 8.5 square units. Can you find out the locus of P, the equation of point P, motion? Can you do this, students? Try it out. Tell me, how do you solve this? Basics. One of the reasons we actually do bad in competitive exams is that we lose the basics. We think great things. We talk about CFD, we get certificates by certificate. We get internship certificates. We will put this great pile of certificates. But it's a waste which we lose the basics. Let me tell you. If you pretend that you know something without knowing, then what will happen? You will be caught somewhere or the other. Don't pretend. You may be at loss initially, but you will actually make yourself very strong. That is why the students who come to my institution always will get a good job and will excel, because the base is strong, the foundation is strong. Yes, students, tell me. I am building the foundation for one month. I will be building the foundations only. I will be not doing any advanced topics. Advanced topics later on. First mathematics and mechanics. All concentration on the basics. Clear cut, crystal clear basics is the handle to success. Yes, students, come on. Tell me what is the answer. Don't worry about the answer. Tell me how to go forward. Answers comes later. Think and tell me how to go forward. Yeah. Yes, students, come on. Tell me how to go forward. You have no clue, say you have no clue.
You can use the area of triangle.
Very good, that's it. Go ahead. Use area of triangle and then find it out. Come on. Yes, good. So find out the area of the triangle, that's it. What is the area of the triangle? Area of the triangle is equal to half into sigma x1 into y2 minus y1. So this point P, you use it as xy and plug it in this and get the answer. Simple and straight. So the answer what they are getting is x plus 5y minus 34 is equal to 0. This is the equation what they get. And the other one, not just this, there are 2 points. Another one is x plus 5y is equal to 0. These are the 2 locus you get. See whether you get this. You get 2 loci. Why? Think about it. Now one more point, whether area is a vector or a scalar, students. Students, what have you been told? Whether area is a vector or a scalar?
Scalar.
It is not, it is a vector. Area is a vector, keep that in mind. How? In another 2-3 classes it will be clear to you why area is a vector. Area is a vector, keep that in mind, it is not a scalar. It comes because of the cross product of 2 vectors. 2 distance vector, when you take a cross product, you get the area as the vector. And this is the base of fluid mechanics. This is the base of strength of materials. When you say stress tensor, you have to go with area as a vector. Only then you get that idea of stress tensor. Now, in strength of material, you might have written stress tensor, is it not? You write tau xy. You know how the direction has to be taken. Okay. What is tau xy? Why tau xy is equal to tau yx? Such kind of things. Okay. What is the positive direction of the stresses? What is the negative direction of the stresses? When it is normal stresses, it's easy to find out. But what is in the case of shear stresses? It is difficult. So you have to understand area as a vector, only then you can do it. Okay. So did you get this answer, students? Any one of this if you get, I'm okay, I'm happy. And in the class only you will solve everything, nothing else. After you go out of the class, there is no nothing you will do. Okay, you will get all the clarity in the class only, because I know especially the third year and the final years will have other jobs. Okay, you have academic commitments. So I will see that most of the things is done in the class itself. Your practice also is completed in the class. So obviously it will go slow, but with clarity. Not able to solve? Let us solve this. Did not get this answer? I'm sorry, I think I made a mistake. Alright, no, it's improper. 8.5 square units is the answer, correct? It's correct. Okay. No? Not clear?
Got it.
Got it? Very good. Which one did you get? The top one or the bottom one?
Second one.
Second one you got. You did not get this answer. That is because when you take area, area can be positive or negative. That is one thing we have to keep in mind. So the answer what we have to take is triangle ABP. The area can be plus 8.5 or minus 8.5. When you take plus 8.5, you will get this as the answer. When you take minus 8.5, you will get that as the answer. Both has to be taken. Okay. Why? What does it relate to? One being over here, one being over here. P can be moved over here like this. It can move over here like this. Both places it can move. Is it not? Okay. So when it moves in two places, one can be positive area, one is negative area. That is why plus and minus. There are more to it. How it is there, we will see it later. Okay. I hope everybody got this. I don't have to do much. Correct. Let us go further. Anybody who's not got this, please tell me. Next we will go to lines. Okay, fine. Now we will go to line, straight line. Straight line. Okay, let us see what is a straight line. Okay, now first of all, one of the things what we need is slope of a line. What do you mean by slope of a line? What is slope of a line? Now if I have x-axis and y-axis and I have a line here, what is the slope of this line? If you see, you have to take a point here, you have to take a point here. Say this is x2 comma y2 and this is x1 comma y1. This is how we will take it. Now how is the slope always? Slope of the line is written as slope. How do we write? Theta I can say. Okay. Slope theta is equal to dx by dy. Wrong. dy by dx. Very important. Slope is dy by dx. What is the slope here? Theta. When you say theta, which is theta? Which counts as theta? Why it is dy by dx? We have to understand. Because this is theta. Now when is this is theta, how will you say it is dy by dx? It is because tan theta is equal to opposite divided by adjacent. Correct? For small angles, tan theta is similar to theta. Correct? Agreed? Do you agree with this, students? So that is why
Yes, sir.
slope theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. Agreed? Now let us try it out. We should not believe anything. Take what is, we will say in degrees and tan theta. Okay, theta in degrees and tan theta. Let us see. We will not believe something like that, just like that. Okay, if I take degree 0.1, tan of 0.1 is what? It should be 0.1, is it not? Check it out on your calculator. Correct? Agreed? Tan of 0.1 degree is 0.1, is it not? Check it out. Nearly 0.1, correct? What do you say, students? Tell me the answer for this. Basics, we are going with the basics. I am checking your basics because I know where you do mistakes. So I am trying.
Sir.
Yes, no? What is the answer you got? Tan theta 0.1.
Yes, sir. 0.1.
So tan of 0.1 degrees is 0.1, is it not? What is it? This is correct. Everybody agrees with this.
0.001.
0.001, is it? Okay, let us write. So it is 0.001. Oh, lot of mistakes there, is it not? Or let us go
So
further.
we should
Sir,
take it
whether
in
radian
degree
or
or
degree.
radians.
Exactly.
If we kept in radian, it will come around 0.1.
Correct. So that is the point I wanted to make. So if you keep in radians, it is not possible. This is a basic class. So in the basic class, I have to check your basics. If it is tan theta in radians, then only it will be radians. What is 1 radian? I have told you last class. What is that? What is 1 radian? What is 1 radian? Students, please tell me. What is 1
Arc
radian?
subtended by
One arc
radius.
length divided by radius.
Exactly. 1 radian is, if the arc length is equal to the radius, then it is 1 radian. The angle subtended is 1 radian. Very good. Super. So I'm just checking out all the basics. Don't feel bad if I'm telling you something which is very, very basics. Okay. So now this is theta and tan theta is fine. Okay. So we are going with the basics. Okay. So here theta is opposite divided by adjacent. Okay. Fine. Very good. Okay. So this one will become dy by dx if it is there. Slope theta is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Is that clear? Very, very simple. Write this. Write this. Even though it is easy, write it in your formula sheets. Today itself you will make a different formula sheets. Okay. And file all the formula sheets. In GATE, your meticulousness works. If you think you are intelligent, it doesn't work. If you think in the last minute you can do it, it will not happen. However intelligent you are. Okay? Fine. Let us go further. Again, you tell me if you have not noted it down, go back. Okay? Now another thing, positive slope and negative slope. When you see it only, you have to get it. Can you tell me which is this? This is negative slope or positive slope of this particular line? Students, is it negative slope or positive slope? Let us see. First is this
Negative.
negative slope. Why negative slope? We will see. Okay. So we will take x and y. Here I will take a point x1, y1 and a point x2, y2. Here I will take x1, y1 and x2, y2. Now how do you have to take it? What is here? It is x2, what is slope? dy by dx is equal to x2 minus x1 divided by y2 minus y1, correct? So what is x2 minus x1? You see x2 is greater than x1, so this would be positive. y2 would be lesser than y1, so this will be negative, so it comes out as negative slope. Very simple. Fine. Similar way, see x2 y2, what we give doesn't matter, is it not? We can have this as x2 y2 and this as x1 y1, correct? Second case, even if that case, if you say x2 minus x1, in the second case it will be x2 minus x1 will be negative, y2 minus y1 will be positive, so you will get negative slope. Whether you take this as x1 y1 or this as x1 y1, you will get a negative slope. Similar way, when it is like this, it will become positive slope. You know this, but I am just brushing up the basics, that's it. Okay, I am not saying you don't know, you know it. Okay, next let us do the next one. Okay, now depending on the slope, okay, another point, what is, how do you say two lines are parallel? Okay, if they are parallel lines, slopes are equal. Okay, if I say parallel line with one slope being m1 and another one being m2, these are the slopes. Slope m1 and slope m2 if we have, then if slopes are equal, then m1 should be equal to m2. What is m1 and m2? These are the slopes. How do you get slope? As in terms of tan theta only, and tan theta is equal to theta after some time. Slope is always tan theta, keep that in mind. So slope can be theta or it can be tan theta. Slope is tan theta, keep in mind, not theta, I am sorry here. Slope is always tan theta. Okay, slope is tan theta, keep that in mind. Slope is tan theta. Okay, opposite by adjacent. Slope is always tan theta. Okay, fine. And it can be theta because no, it cannot be theta. It is always tan theta. Slope is tan theta. Keep in mind. Again and again I will tell you. Slope is tan theta. Okay. Now, one more point. If two lines are perpendicular, so two lines are perpendicular, then what is the condition? If two lines are perpendicular, then say line 1 has slope of m1, line 1 slope m1 and line 2 slope m2, then m1 is equal to minus 1 by m2. Is that clear? If this is satisfied, then these two lines are perpendicular. I hope you get this point, students. Why this happens? This happens because if I take a line, say a line here like this, okay, say there is a line here, okay, which has some slope, okay, a line like this which has a slope, say theta is its slope, okay. Now if I consider another line which is perpendicular to this, what is the slope it may have? It may have a slope tan theta is this one, okay. If I say this is theta 2 and theta 1, theta 1 is 90 plus theta 2, is it not? Correct? This one will be 90 degree. So theta 1 is 90 plus theta 2, correct? Agreed, students? See this, this is having a slope m2, this is m1, correct? So now if I do this, tan theta 1 is equal to tan of theta 1 plus 90 degree, correct? And what is theta 1 plus 90 degree? If you say tan theta plus 90 degree, what is this? It is minus cot theta 1, correct? Agreed, students? Tan theta 1, when you say theta 1 plus 90 degree, it is minus cot theta 1, and cot theta is minus 1 by tan theta 1, correct? So if I say it this way, when we go, theta 1 is, if I say, theta 1 is here, theta 1 is theta 2 plus 90 degree, I am sorry, it is theta 2 plus 90 degree, so this is cot theta 2, this is tan theta 2. Agreed, students? So tan theta 1 is equal to minus 1 by tan theta 1. This is M1, this is M2. So M1 is equal to minus 1 by M2. So if two lines are perpendicular, then what happens? M1 should be equal to 1 minus 1 by M2. Is that clear, students? Any doubts here? Very basics. I am going with the basics. You may say that, sir, what is this? It's very easy. It's easy, I do agree. But what is wrong in refreshing this? Correct? Agreed, students? Now, let us go. Yeah, any doubts here? Any doubts here, students?
No, sir.
No. Fine.
No.
Yes. Next one, after slope, we will see what is called intercept. Very easy, what is intercept, is it not? So if I have a line, okay, this is x and y, and if this is a line I have, at what point it cuts at x and y axis? This should be 0, 0, very important, okay? This one is, say, a comma 0, and this one is b 0 comma b. Then the y-intercept or the x-intercept is a, y-intercept is b. Is it clear? Where it cuts, that point, that coordinate is the intercept. Is that clear, students? Are you appreciating the way I am going? I am not pretending that you know something. I am pretending that
Yes,
you
sir,
don't
yes,
know, and I am going forward. And this will make your basics strong. And once your basics is strong, I will tell you, you are the king. Okay? One of the main reason we are not getting jobs is because our basics is weak. Okay? Fine. So intercept is not done. Now let us see about equation of a line. Equation of a line. First thing is, I am going with all the basics. I am sorry, I am doing the PUC basics. Okay? You have come for GATE and I am doing PUC. See, there is one particular movie, Karate Kid. You might see that sometimes. Okay, this is a Hollywood movie, Karate Kid. You just see sometimes. Okay, in that the person is teaching him karate. I think the person is our who's that Chinese actor?
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan, yes. Jackie Chan is teaching a kid how to do karate. And when he does karate, he's just telling him how to take a particular coat and hang it on a hanger. That's it. He has to do from morning till evening the same thing. Why is he doing that? He is getting clear about the movements. He is getting clear about the basics. Once the basic is clear, your foundation is strong. And you can build any strong building on that. Our engineering is crumbling. We are not getting jobs in mechanical engineering. Not because the jobs are less. Because the students are not good enough. They have only 9 CGPA, 10 CGPA. No, 10 CGPA is not there. 9.5 CGPA. But when you see the basics, nothing, 0. Okay, so I am building the basics. Whatever is your CGPA, doesn't matter. When is your basics is strong, you are the king. Okay, fine. Let us go with this. So what is the slope intercept form? What is the slope generally? Slope M is equal to, so if I have, just like locus of a point we had done in the point section, is it not? So if I have a line, okay, so a line is going like this, say this is a line here, okay. What is this line? Line has various points who has a variable x and variable y, is it not? And we know it passes through a point over here. Say the point here is 0 comma c. Let me say that it is 0 comma c, correct? It may come from here also, that we will see it later. It is 0 comma c. If it is 0 comma c, how can I write? Slope m is actually y2 minus y1. This is slope. Slope m is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, correct? So what is y2 here? y2 is y. What is y1 here? y1 is c. What is x2 here? x2 is x. What is x1? 0. So what happens here? Now this is equal to m. That means mx is equal to y minus c, or y is equal to mx plus c. This is how you get the equation in the slope intercept form. I hope it is clear, students. Any doubts here? Slope intercept form comes from here, basics. Now in case I had here, then what? The slope here was given. I will say the intercept was, say, c, instead of c, d. I will say d comma 0 was the intercept. Then how will it be? M would be equal to y minus 0 divided by x minus d, correct? Am I correct here? So it is mx minus md is equal to y. So y is equal to m into x minus d would be the equation. Is it clear, students? Two ways of writing the slope intercept form. If it is a x1, then y is equal to mx plus d. Or we could go in the other way round. The other way round we can go is like this. Okay, m is this? No, that is the only way. M into x minus d into m. So this is the way we can write the equation. I hope it is clear, students. Write it in your formula sheets. Very, very important. Okay, so done. Any doubts, please ask me. Okay, you have written it down. I will give you time to write on the on your notes. Keep your notes and write it on the notes. Don't miss it out. Students, kindly don't miss the writing part. Don't think this is available, sir, I will do it. No. Learning happens when you put pen on paper and go slow. Your questions has to be there here and here itself. Tomorrow, don't keep the questions for tomorrow. Now whatever questions you are getting, you have to get it now. Tomorrow you can ask the questions. You are free to ask questions. That's a different case. But questions, it is better you ask in the class. I generally don't like to keep, I'll keep it. That's a different case. But it's better you solve as much, what you say, doubts you have, you get it in the class. Okay? Okay, students, let me go further. Clear here? If you are clear only, then we will go forward. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Clear, fine. Next one. So, very simple, you know how to do this. Okay? Next one. Next point is slope point form. One is slope intercept form is there, then slope point form. Everything from the basics. Okay? Now, if a point is given, say x1, y1, and the equation of the line which is passing through this point and has a particular slope m, how to solve it? Again the slope equation only. Seems difficult, but it's easy. Okay, it is equal to, say, this any point which is going here as x comma y, correct? So if that is the case, then slope is y minus y1, I can say, divided by x minus x1, correct? So I can write this as y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. This is the equation. Done. This is the slope and point form. Very, very simple. Nothing difficult. Basics are very easy. Correct? Any doubts here, students? No doubts. Then 2-point form. The next one is 2-point form. Various ways of representing lines. Basics. Very important. Again and again. How do we solve this? 2-point form goes like this. I have a point x1, y1 and a point x2, y2. Between this there is a line which is passing. There is a unique line which is passing. How to find out the equation of this? Can you tell me, students? We get from here. What is this? Y minus y1 is equal to m. What is m? M here would be y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. This is the equation. Very simple, nothing great. Is it clear, students? This is what you will find it difficult when you do problems in thermodynamics, when you do problems in strength of materials, in machine design. You will have problem. Anywhere you have to use lines. And if you don't know the basics, there you will struggle. You should not struggle there. You should not make mistakes there. That is the purpose I am making the foundation strong. Don't take me wrong that I am doing the basics, sir. No, basics are for strengthening. Fine, done. Any doubts here?
No, sir.
Fine. So we have gone with slope intercept form, slope point form, 2-point form. Okay. Next point is only intercept form. Next one is intercept form, not slope intercept form, only intercept form. How do we do that? Say we have a line which is passing here through. We will have a comma 0 and 0 comma b. What is the equation of this line, if you ask? How do we do that? How is the equation of the line written? Equation of the line can be written between 2 points. If there is 2 points, I can write this as y minus y1 divided by y minus y1 is equal to, I can write here y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, correct, into what? X minus x1. This is how we write it, is it not? You have seen here how did we write this? Same thing I am writing it here. Now in this case I can rearrange this as y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1 is equal to x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1. Is it not, students? Now here, what is y? Let it be y. What is y1? Y1, we will put this as equation 1. Yes, we will put this as 1, or we will put this as 1 and this as 2. If you do that, y1 is 0. What is y2? Y2 is b minus 0. Y1 is 0. That is equal to x is here. What is x1? X1 is a. What is x2? X2 is 0 minus a. Correct? So when we do this, what we get here is, when we solve this, we will get this one as y by b is equal to, I'm sorry, here I think I made a mistake here, x minus a. Yes, I'll have this as, this is equal to x by a minus 1. Agreed, students? Or I can have, sorry, minus x here, I'm sorry. This is equal to minus x because this minus is there. That means my equation is x by a plus y by b is equal to, plus 1 here, plus 1 is equal to plus 1. This is my slope intercept form. Is that clear, students? Easy. Not slope intercept, intercept form. Correct? Hello, students.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. Next one. Next one is called the normal form. Last one is normal form. All the types of lines, normal form. How is the normal form? Now in case, okay, we have, it's a bit complex to understand initially only, then it becomes clear. Write it neatly. So if I have a line like this, okay, and then if I say there is a normal to this line from the origin at an angle alpha, this is normal to this line, that means it is perpendicular. I'll write the perpendicular property, I'm sorry. So this is a perpendicular line here, okay. So I know the normal which is passing through the origin has an angle alpha here. Then how do we do it? Okay, is important. Okay, so now let us see, this has a length of P here. This length is P. This length is A. This length is B. That is why we have this as A comma 0 and this is 0 comma B, correct? So this is the normal, say this is M, okay? So now equation of line, generally what we have in the slope intercept form is x by A plus y by B is equal to 1, is it not? Now P is OM, angle A, we will have A here, B here, the angle AOM is actually equal to alpha. So if AOM is alpha, then OBM is also alpha, correct? Agreed, students? Why this is so? Try to see this. This is 90 minus alpha, so this should be alpha. You have to be very conversant with the triangles, okay? Very important basics, PUC basics, should not forget. Okay, so now if I say from triangle, say from triangle, okay, OAM, where is it? OAM, I can say cos alpha is equal to P by A, is it not? Cos alpha is P by A. What is the cos? Cos is adjacent by hypotenuse. Where is adjacent? Adjacent is P. What is hypotenuse? A. How do you find it? You find it, you see what is the perpendicular, where is 90 degree. So cos alpha is P by A. This implies P is equal to A cos alpha, correct? Or I can write also A is equal to P by cos alpha, correct? Similar way, another side, from triangle, write it down as I write it, okay? From triangle OBM, if I take triangle OBM, then sin alpha is equal to P by B, correct? This implies that my B is equal to P by sin alpha, correct? Now let us put this into this equation. When you put these into the equation number, you say 1, okay? When you put it back to the equation number 1, what we get? We get x divided by P by cos alpha plus y divided by P by sin alpha is equal to 1. Or we can write x cos alpha divided by P plus y sin alpha, sorry, it is not x, it is alpha, cos alpha divided by P is equal to 1. Or in general we can write this as, I'll write it here, x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to P. Very important. These are the different types of lines which are there. I hope you get this, students. Any doubts still here? Tell me. Write it down. Basics. All the basics should be clear. So we will go step by step. Clear the basics. Others will be very, very clear. I think we are not having any issues with the internet today, is it not? Everything is clear, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Fine, students. This is what I had today. Tomorrow we will see some more things. We will continue with line. Line is not over. Still more things is there. One more class on line. Then lines completes. Once lines completes, then we will go with limits and continuity. Okay. After limits, then continuity, then differentiability, then the mean value theorems. Mean value theorems are the base of our calculus. If mean value theorem is understood, a lot of things is understood. Then we will go with Taylor series. Okay, Taylor's and Maclaurin series, which is the base of finite element methods, which is the base of computational fluid dynamics. So you may take ANSYS, this one, you take tools. Tools is important. I am not saying don't learn ANSYS. I am not saying don't learn CATIA, but understand the basics and then learn. See the beauty you have, see the happiness you have when learning the tools along with the basics. Don't become a coolie somewhere. Coolie in the sense a person who just drafts or just clicks somewhere is a coolie. That's what I call. Don't become a coolie working for some multinational company. Become a strong engineer. Okay. I'm not saying you have to do GATE only. This is GATE coaching, but GATE coaching is not just for GATE. Keep that in mind. GATE coaching is to become a good engineer. Tomorrow, in the final year, or you are passed out, you are going to go to a particular company, you will get good placements. Off campus, on campus, after doing MTech, whatever you do, okay, you will get good campus. You will build a good career only on the basics. Okay, students. So we will stop here. Any doubts? I am open for the doubts from some.